Nowadays in the NFL, for the most part, except for a few, every quarterback is mobile. It can get outside the pocket, extend plays, and make plays with their feet. Nowadays, defensive linemen in the NFL are so quick, it's almost necessary to have a quarterback that can get outside the pocket. With this ability, quarterbacks are no longer required to be 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", to be effective in the NFL. You no longer need a quarterback that has to look over the line. They can get outside the hashes and complete throws on the run. But in the early 2000s, many teams weren't really open to the idea of having their quarterback running around like a chicken with his head cut off. What if I told you in 2001 there was a quarterback who ran a 4.4 40, won the Heisman, won the Davey O'Brien, yet never got a chance to play a single down in the NFL? In 2001, Eric Crouch had his best collegiate year ever. He broke school and NCAA records almost weekly. Appearing to be a serious contender for the Heisman Trophy that year, in just his first game of the season, Crouch surpassed Nebraska legend Tommy Frazier as Nebraska's all-time total offensive leader. In the game against Mizzou, Crouch was backed up near the goal line and he scrambled to escape defenders and pull off a 95-yard epic touchdown run. This run is still the longest in school history. In 2001, Crouch won the Heisman, the Davey O'Brien, the Walter Camp, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Crouch became one of just 3 quarterbacks in Division I history to rush for 3,000 and pass for 4,000 yards in a single career. Crouch tied the NCAA record by scoring a touchdown via run, pass, and reception in a single game. He became Nebraska's total offensive touchdown leader with 88, and he still to this day owns Nebraska's career record for most rushing yards by a quarterback with 3,434. In Crouch's best and final season, he amassed 2,600 yards of total offense while picking up 25 total touchdowns, 1,500 yards in the air with 7 TDs, 1,100 on the ground with 18 TDs. How could a quarterback so versatile and electric just seemingly disappear? Well, let's just say Crouch was a little before his time. Nowadays, NFL teams would love to have a QB that can get outside the pocket and extend plays. But in 2001, the NFL was still very traditional, and every team just wanted a traditional pocket passing QB. I mean, unless your name was Michael Vick. With Crouch running a 4.4 40 at the combine and his lack of height, most NFL scouts thought that with his athleticism, he was best projected as a wide receiver. Back in 2013 on the Dan Patrick Show, Crouch said with the advice of his agent, he thought that he can just go into the NFL as a wide receiver, get his foot in the door, then work towards a positional change. Crouch was selected 95th overall in the 3rd round by the St. Louis Rams, but he was ultimately injured in the preseason before he would ever play in the NFL game. In 2005, Crouch signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, but he was allocated to the Hamburg Sea Devils of NFL Europe, where he was converted to play safety, recording 25 tackles and 2 pass deflections. In 2006, Crouch would get his first professional opportunity to play quarterback for the Toronto Argonauts of the CFL. Crouch would eventually become the 4th-string quarterback, and on July 22, 2006, Crouch made his regular season CFL debut against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Crouch came in to start the second half following the injury of another quarterback. He sealed the win for Toronto with solid play, including a 94-yard pass completion. In 2007, Crouch was expected to battle 3 other quarterbacks for the Argos starting quarterback position, but that eventually faltered because of injury. He began the season on a 9-week disabled list. After coming off of the disabled list, Crouch was released by the Argonauts on September 6, 2007, but Crouch's dream to play professional quarterback wasn't done there. On September 25, 2007, he signed with the upstart All-American Football League. He was then drafted 3rd overall by Team Texas on January 26, 2008 in the league's inaugural draft. He was then, however, released from the contract along with the rest of the AAFL players when the league was canceled in his debut season. On April 9, 2011, Crouch attended a public workout for the United Football League's Omaha Nighthawks. On June 8, 2011, Crouch accepted an invitation to attend the Nighthawks minicamp. June 10, 2011, he was added to the Nighthawks official roster. Then the UFL suspended operations October 20, 2012. In his life after football, Crouch was a sales territory manager for a major medical device manufacturer. Currently, he's a vendor of playground and recreation equipment at Crouch Recreation in Omaha. He has been a TV studio analyst for KETV Channel 7 in Omaha and a studio analyst on Versus. In 2013, Crouch joined Fox College Football as an in-game analyst for FX. Now, we all know hindsight is 20/20. Crouch went on the record saying back in 2013 on the Dan Patrick Show that if he knew what he knew now, he would have told teams that it was quarterback or bust. He would not have attempted to play any other position. He would have just tried to fight and earn his position at the position he knew best. And even though his professional success was nothing compared to what he experienced collegiately, He doesn't seem to be bitter or angry with his decisions. He does understand that he was a little before his time in the way he played quarterback, and he still enjoys yearly meeting up with the rest of the Heisman winners in New York City every single year.
Tracy Wistrom also in the game at tight end. He goes in motion to the left. Eric Crouch pumps once, is in trouble, eludes a tackle, gets out of the end zone. He's to the 5, he's to the 10, crashes to the 15, out across the 20, crashes to the 25, out across the 30.